Hey everybody, welcome back for another memory keeping plan with me. This time it's for the week of June 17th through the 23rd, and I am using a kit from Cinderella paper called Something Blue. I use this because I did go to San Diego this week to visit a couple of my sisters and celebrate two of their birthdays. So I thought this was a really nice kit for that because it has this beach scene. It also has some mild Taylor Swift stuff in it and some blonde girls, and that made sense for the sister whose birthday fell this week. So we're just going to get into it. I do really love the format of Cinderella Paper's Ultimate Kits. I don't love the paper that she's been using lately through her Etsy shop. It's like this weird glossy paper that you can only use Sharpies on. So I'm not loving that because for some reason I cannot write properly with a Sharpie. Sorry, I gotta adjust myself in my chair. But I do really love the format of her kits. So I'll keep buying them even if the paper's not perfect, but just kind of wanted to mention that. I feel like people compliment me on my handwriting, which if you've done that, like, thank you, I am blessed. But I struggle with like really loose pens, like really flowy pens like a Sharpie, if that makes sense. Decided to put the beach scene on Saturday and Sunday because we did go to the beach on Sunday. I decided to put the flowers on Friday because that was my sister's birthday party and I didn't bring her flowers, but somebody did. And then I decided to put the cassette tape with 1989 on Thursday because I don't know why, that was her birthday, so I felt like it matched that. And then the white cat box is gonna go on Tuesday. I swear that they've been renovating one of the units in the apartment complex next door to me. And they did it like 2 days last week, I think, and then we're gone for a long time, which makes sense because it was like 111. So like I can see why they might not do construction then. But now they're back today and it is like 2 o'clock in the afternoon when they're getting started. Granted, it's cooler today. It's only supposed to be like 90 today. Only 90. But yeah, so I'm getting distracted by the noise. Sorry about that. Anyway, I put like the holding hands box on Wednesday and the white cat on Tuesday. And I didn't think about this when I was laying this kit down, but the white cat also made sense for this sister's birthday because last year, was it last year? I think so. She and her boyfriend like were helping out this big white fluffy cat that was in their neighborhood. They like gave him a bath and everything to clean him up. It was a very dramatic story. And then he kind of like disappeared again after they took care of him. So the white cat makes sense for my sister's birthday. Didn't think about that at the time though. And then I didn't put a full box on Monday because I had a bunch of things to mark, and sometimes I'll do extenders like I do on Thursday of this week, but sometimes I just like don't put a full box down because it's like, let's just leave the space open. And then I only used 1 row of bottom washi. Sorry, these construction noises are really distracting. There's also somebody like screaming, running around in the street earlier. A little concerning. They were fine, or they looked fine. I think they were just upset about something. City living. I don't know if I want to stay in my current neighborhood right now. Our lease goes through the end of October, I think. I really don't want to have to move again. But I need to do some thinking. Oh boy, I dropped that header. By the way, if you like headers, send me a DM on Instagram and I've got a lot of headers to send you. I save all of them in my leftovers collection from kits. I've got a lot that I am like never going to use. So if you need headers, I've got a stash away for you. But yeah, I'm just putting down my habit trackers for going outside and for flossing this week. That dinner's header didn't come with the kit, came from my leftovers collection. Decided to bring in a little bit of the dark blue that wasn't really in like the colors of the kit, but it's in some of the accent colors, like in the jewelry box or the bow on Friday, and like in the wine bottles that are in some of the fashion boxes. So yeah, obviously that's my dinner's sidebar sticker. And then the other thing I'm going to mark in the sidebar with a flower that I think is from the sticker party is that I marked June Bloom this week. So I don't know if this is a NorCal thing or a SoCal thing. I feel like it started with San Francisco with June Gloom because in the summer it gets, specifically in June often, it like the marine layer like makes everything really gloomy. It kind of happens in SoCal as well if you're closer to the coast, which we used to be. But this week I really noticed like all of our landscaping had flowers on it. So I took a lot of photos of the flowers and it was very pretty. So I dubbed it June Bloom. So that's been exciting. I am now recording this voiceover like halfway through July, and another plant suddenly decided to start sprouting flowers that the hummingbirds really like. So that's exciting for me. Of course, everything's gonna like drop its flowers and leaves like not long from now, and everything will be flowerless and depressing soon, but we'll enjoy it for now. It's the one good thing about the hot weather is that I feel like people have planted a lot of like sort of tropical flowers that are kind of fun to look at. Moving on to the day by day. Monday, the first thing I'm going to mark with a cat from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. is that week 4 of Clover's observation is complete. I am so behind on voiceovers that I've now just completed week 8. So what happened this last week is my hard drive keeps filling up. So I have a bunch of Plan With Me's ready to go, like they're filmed, but I can't export the voiceover part because my hard drive's full. So I thought I was ahead and then I got behind again. So that's what's up with that. I don't know what I'm trying to figure out here. I guess spacing. So week 4 of Clover's observation was complete. And then the second thing I'll mark is that it will be 2 months until we go see Billy Strings. So I have a guitar Molly from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. for that. I was anxious this day because of things that happened last week that I couldn't really talk about. So that is also from Itty Bitty Sticker Co., of course. And then I had this header left over from a kit for working out. So I used it basically as a script. And then I used a sticker from Cinderella paper as the icon to mark working out. I'm a little tired today. I have a job interview tomorrow as the time I'm filming this. So that's kind of where my energy has been going, is like they want me to give a presentation as part of the interview. So I've had to build the presentation and rehearse the presentation and make sure that I know what I'm talking about. So that's why I'm a little tired right now. My focus, my priority is obviously always going to be like my career, not my planner channel. You know what I mean? I love planning. I love playing with stickers, but my career obviously has to get the priority there. While I was doing all of the stuff that I'm going to mark next, I was listening to the Decemberists' new album. I'm going to end up writing in a very long acronym. I think the title was As It Ever Was, So It Will Be Again. It's not like my favorite Decemberists album, but there were more songs on it that I liked than I thought I would like, because the singles that got released I was kind of like about, but on the actual album there were more songs that I liked. So that was good. I'm going to mark that with an icon from Liner Designs. I had to email my union from my last job. They did not email me back, but it is also summer, so I respect that. So I'm going to mark that with an icon from Plana Hannah. I decided for any foiled icons I pulled in this week, which there aren't many, I used silver foil. I felt like that went best with this kit. I guess rose could have gone well as well, but I feel like silver looks better, maybe. Then I voiced over a plan with me, and then I did a job application that I almost immediately got turned down for by HR. It's fine. So that resume sticker is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. But yeah, supposedly I didn't meet like the minimum qualifications. I would argue I did, but that's fine. That's HR's job, is to like sort through those and figure out if your resume matches, I guess. Then I played with both cats. So that is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then we weighed Clover. So that scale is from Cinderella paper. And then my husband had to work late this evening because he had a community meeting. So I'm going to mark that with some glasses from Sugar Pop Fizz. Evie was being a cute little lap cat this night, so I'm going to mark that with a If I Fit, I Sits sticker and a box from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then I was watching My Cat from Hell and After Midnight on TV. So the icon I'm going to show is from Scribble Prints Co., although I'm pretty sure she does not sell these anymore. They're very old. So that is everything that happened on Monday. Just a lot of like to-do list stuff, honestly. Tuesday, I had to call the dentist because I had contacted them through their website the week before, and then they texted me, but I wasn't comfortable like giving like policy numbers and stuff through a text message, so I just called them. It was fine. They were nice. Now I have a dentist appointment scheduled, so that's good. So I'm going to mark that with a phone icon. And then I was cleaning one of the rugs and brushing the cat. So I was taking all of her fur out of the rug and then going directly to the source, aka my cat, and brushing fur off of her. So I'm going to mark that with a paw print sticker from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then I voiced over another plan with me. Wow, I was on a roll this week with YouTube. I think I was trying to get a bunch of stuff done before I left. Yeah, that's definitely the direction I was trying to go. I played with the cats again, and then this was the day I discovered we had tomato plants in our backyard. So we have like this small planter box in our backyard, and kind of like in the springtime, my husband tried to plant carrots. We got one very tiny carrot out of it, but now it's like too hot for carrots, obviously. So I went out there this day and I was like, are these weeds or these look like tomato plants? Like I've planted tomatoes before, mostly as a kid and like a teenager. So yeah, we have surprise tomato plants and they are fruiting right now. They've got like the green tomatoes on them. And hopefully we'll have some nice fresh tomatoes because like I feel like this is both my husband's and I like pet peeve. Tomatoes from the grocery store, unless they're like cherry tomatoes, they don't taste good at all. So it'll be very exciting. I don't know what type of tomatoes they're going to turn out to be, but either way, they're going to taste like way better than anything you get from the store. And I'm in California where like we grow stuff, you know, like we ship stuff out to like everywhere. And our tomatoes still don't taste like much, but that's because like I think they're genetically modified to be that way. A lot of our other produce is really good, but tomatoes are tricky. Then Clover had a wheezing fit again. We did take her to the vet after this week, and we are trying to figure out if she has kitty asthma. Yeah, we'll talk more about that when we get there. This could get interesting. It's not related to the other stuff that she's been dealing with, we don't think, but she might have asthma. Yeah. And then I was just watching, I discovered that the Great American Baking Show's 2024 season had been released, so I started watching that this week. Wednesday was Juneteenth, so I marked that with a script from Planet Hannah and a fireworks sticker I had from Alicia Craft. And then I was just checking that all my camping gear was in good working order because we were going to go camping this weekend, so I thought it would be fun to mark that with this Birkenstock sticker from Carly Plans because that's my Birkenstock mood. I ended up bringing like almost all of the camping equipment for this trip. It was all in my car. So that was funny. Then my husband needed something from Harbor Freight, and I needed to go to Safeway to get groceries for the trip, mostly for myself, like road trip snacks. So I marked that with a Once More with Love icon. And then we had a coffee date, so I'm going to mark that with an Itty Bitty Sticker Co. cat latte sticker. And then on the walk back, we went to Underground Books, which is a bookstore here in Sacramento. And we also went to a store called Strapping, which is like a gift shop, because I wanted to pick up a birthday gift for my sister whose birthday was last week. I already had a birthday gift in hand for my sister whose birthday was on the 20th, but I needed something different for the 21-year-old sister. So I got her these cute disco ball drink stirs. I think they're pretty cute. Kind of just like a novelty gift, you know, nothing too serious, but I thought it would be fun as a 21st birthday gift. Did some filming and editing on Wednesday evening, and then played Civilization 6 with my husband, which we haven't done in a while. We should get back into that. Not Tuesday, Thursday, I marked that it was my other sister's 25th birthday, so that icon is from a Michael sticker book, and then I used this fluffy white cat because it matched the white cat in this kit. This is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. to mark that 1 month of Clover's post-medical treatment observation was complete. I marked like every single milestone with this girl. Unfortunately, this day she did have another wheezing fit, so that is from Beneva Creations. Basically what was going on and what happened like 3 times this week is that it sounded like she was trying to cough up a hairball, but it was like very dry and like nothing ever came up. So that's why I ended up taking her to the vet. And I'll just say this now, like when I took her to the vet the second time, they did an x-ray and they found like some really mild inflammation. So that's why they're thinking it's either allergies or asthma, and we're going to treat it like that at first to see if that helps. But that's not this week. This week we're just dealing with the symptoms. My husband worked from home this day, so those glasses are from Sugar Pop Fizz, and my dad dropped off my brother's tent, which for some reason was at my dad's house, and we were definitely going to need it. Like, I have a tent, but it only fits 2 people, and there were like 6 or 7 people going on this trip. So my dad dropped that off, so I marked that with a camping molly from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. I paid my credit card. I packed for the trip because I was leaving the next morning, so that's from Cinderella paper. I got a free trial of Spotify Premium, which I need to cancel this week because I don't feel like paying for it, but I wanted to get it for the road trip. It is really nice not having ads, but is it worth like $12 a month? No. So yeah. And then I filmed some more and played more Civilization 6 with my husband because I was going to be leaving the next morning. I think this is the longest I've driven by myself. So I drove from Sacramento to San Diego. I think it took me like 8 or 9 hours. I have to stop pretty frequently when I'm driving. My back ends up hurting. Anyway, so Friday was the day I left. So I first packed up the car, and then I said bye to my kitty cats and my husband as well, which was all very sad. I was really worried about Clover, but I knew I was leaving her in good hands with my husband. But I did leave like all the vets, like our Colorado vet and then our local vet, the phone numbers and like info and all of that, because I'm just paranoid. So yeah, but he was working from home, so that was good. So those glasses are from Sugar Pop Fizz. The first place I stopped after I started driving was Cinderella. I just needed to get gas. And then I stopped at McDonald's and got a Happy Meal at the Tejon Ranch Outlets, which is right at the base of the Grapevine. I didn't mark this, but when I drove up the Grapevine, it was very hot. It was like late-ish in the day, and I usually turn off my air conditioner just to be extra safe. I did see someone's car on fire. Like the front of it was engulfed in flames, and the only reason I didn't call or I didn't stop is because somebody else had already stopped and somebody else was already calling, but it was scary. They just had a fire up there like the week before this. So yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking to see the front of somebody's car engulfed in flames. Nobody was inside the car, thank God, and they were pretty far away from it. But it's just like, okay, so this is why we check that our car is not going to overheat before we do this drive. That Happy Meal sticker is from Bella Planella, by the way. And then for dinner, I did stop in Fullerton to get flame broiler, which is something I have missed a lot about Southern California. I just marked that with a piece of broccoli because in their bowls, they do include vegetables like broccoli. That is from Wonton and a Million. And then I finally got to my sister Jennifer's house. I marked that with a makeup brush sticker from Oh Hello because we kind of like prettied ourselves up to go to our other sister's birthday party. The only makeup I brought was lipstick. I didn't bring makeup brushes because we were going camping. I was like, I don't really care that much, but I did have to like clean up a bit. And then we went to my 25-year-old sister's place for her birthday party. It's the first time I've been at like a college style party in a really long time. I did feel kind of old, not gonna lie. But it was fun. Mostly hung out with my siblings and my sister's boyfriend and one of the friends who seemed like he wasn't part of the collective college age boy crowd. So yeah, that birthday party sticker is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. And then we drove back to my sister Jennifer's place with my youngest sister who just turned 21. Turns out when she has a little bit to drink, she's extremely chatty. So we just were up late talking and laughing and being silly. So that's from Once More with Love. Saturday, I had to go get Starbucks because my sister doesn't drink coffee, so she had none in her house, but there was a Starbucks not far away from her, so I just went through the drive-thru, and then we went over to my other sister's boyfriend's house. I have 3 sisters on this trip, that's why it's confusing to talk about this. So we went to meet up with everybody, and I marked that with a car from Plan With Me stickers. We went to Vaughn's to get groceries for camping, so that's from Once More With Love, and then we drove out to Oak Grove Campground, which is like east of Temecula. It was so hot. I did not know how hot it was going to be. It was miserable until the sun went down. So I marked that it was so hot with this sunburn Molly because I did get a bit sunburned. I had a hat on, but I forgot to put like sunscreen on certain parts of myself. So it wasn't the greatest. Like I wouldn't have picked it, but my sister, whose birthday it was, wanted to go camping. And this was the only place available at the time they were looking. So we made do. Then I marked walking around the campground and having like a very spontaneous campfire program where we were just making up stupid songs and skits and things. And we did make s'mores. We were able to get a fire going in the fire pit. And then I brought things to make friendship bracelets, not like the ones that are really trendy right now with the beads because I don't need to buy more stuff right now, but I have a ton of embroidery thread. So my sister Jennifer and I were both making bracelets. And then we ended the night by playing Telestration. So everything at the bottom of Saturday, as you can probably tell, is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. But yeah, it was nice once the sun went down and it was dark and we could see the stars and everything. But when the sun was up, which it came up bright and early the next day, it was just very hot and very unshady and quite miserable. Sunday, I marked it will be 3 months until we go see Casey Musgraves. Then we got out of the campground so quickly. Like we had a little bit of coffee, a little bit of oatmeal, and then we're like, let's get out of here and go to the beach where it's not miserable. So we did go to La Jolla Shores. It was still really hot there though. Like I kept dipping myself in the water, but it just was not enough to keep up with the heat. It was really hot this week. That is from Itty Bitty Sticker Co. if you can't tell. And then a couple of us went to Brick and Bell to get coffees. So that icon is from Leonard Designs. And then we went back to, so Christina, Jennifer, and I, those are my two youngest sisters, went back to Jennifer's place and took the best showers of our entire lives. And then we met up with everybody after like napping and things like that. We met up with everybody else at Liberty Station, I think is what it was called. It's like a public market where you can go around to the different booths. We all got Filipino food, I think, but they were out of like everything except the chicken. So would have liked to try something else, but the chicken was good. And then I think we were all just really tired at this point. And we'd been through a lot the last few days and didn't die of heat exhaustion. So I was just kind of sad to be leaving, but also I'd been stressed the whole weekend because my cat was wheezing and I was worried about her. So I don't know. My youngest siblings and I did DIY beer flights at Jennifer's place though. So I marked that with a Beneva Creations beer. We just got a couple of beers from the grocery store and I walked them through like the different types because some of them don't really drink beer much. And then we saw the SpaceX launch in the sky this day. This is the first time I've actually seen one. They launch out of like near Santa Barbara, which is like 4 hours north of San Diego. This is the first time I've seen it. So it's kind of crazy. I don't like SpaceX, I'm going to be honest. Really don't like the guy who owns it. But it was quite interesting to see that. So yeah, we had our DIY beer flights. I picked like a light beer, kind of like a medium beer, and then an IPA. And we drank them that way as if it was like a wine tasting. So that was fun to round out the night. But yeah, that is everything for this week. I hope you are doing well, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.